Hey, I'm Brandon, joined here by my buddy Pat. Today we are checking out the Bullet Covert Evo straight jeans. Now, the big benefit of riding jeans, of course, is they look like your everyday pair of jeans, but they're taking it a step further. They're giving you additional bits and pieces of protection that you're not going to find with your everyday jeans, and it's something you can easily and comfortably wear both on and off of the bike, so you're getting a little bit more versatility there. These are coming in around $170. I think that's quite on par with some of the other jeans we've seen in the market, and I really like what Bullet is doing. They've got quite a few different options within their line, whether you're looking for a straight fit or a loose or a slim. I personally own these in the slim version. I really like them thus far. I'm anxious to try them out in the summer and see how they deal with the heat, and I bring that up and we'll get into that in just a moment. But before we do, before I get too rambly here, I do want to talk about Pat's fit. He's about 6 feet tall, 220 pounds, typically wears a size 34 to a size 36 in most of his riding pants and riding jeans. 34 is fitting him spot on. I would certainly say these are running true to what that sizing chart is going to recommend, or true to what your typical jean size is. So make sure you reference that and you should be good to go. Of course, these jeans will ship to you for free as well, so keep that in mind. Let's talk about some of the materials we got going on here and some of the bits and pieces of protection that I mentioned before. This is a Covert stretch denim main construction, which means it's about 89% cotton. You've got about 10% of Covert material in there. That's where that abrasion resistance is coming into play. And you've got about 1% of stretch incorporated as well. But I will say it feels like it has more stretch in there, and that's probably because of its, that combination of that Covert stretch denim with the 1% elastane. But it moves very well. I think Pat earlier was doing some high kicks and stuff, so yeah. So they move very well with the body. So even if you're on something like an R6 that's more aggressive, tucked into the bike, these should be plenty comfortable for you. You shouldn't have anything feeling restrictive or feeling like it's pulling at any particular location. Now, I will say the Covert, it's backed on the inside, right? So you're getting some additional abrasion resistance, and that's how they're achieving the AAA certification for these particular jeans, and that's the top tier as far as those CE certifications go. You've got CE single A, double A, and AAA, so it's hard to get that with the jeans, but because that Covert material is backed on the inside, that's how they're able to achieve that. Now, one caveat with that, when Bullet ships these over to the US, they're not including the armor. I'm sure it's just saving them some money on freight and things of that nature. I would highly recommend throwing in the armor to get that additional impact protection, but it technically has to have the armor to meet that certification. So it's a little bit of an anomaly there, a little bit of a caveat, but as far as the abrasion resistance goes, it is going to meet that CE AAA certification there, but technically you need that armor in there as well. But just something to note. That Covert material is going to be right around the seat. It's going to be right around the front as well, and the upper sides. And those are those areas that are prone to impact. So that's where you want that slide protection. So right here on the front of it, right on the sides, as well as the seat. So if you're coming off the bike, you're sliding across the tarmac, those are the zones that are really prone to getting that additional abrasion resistance, because it's a high wear area, high impact zone. But otherwise, it's a very traditional style jean. As you can see, classic 5-pocket design here. Pat, go ahead and face the side for me. Let's get a quick look here at the side. Normally I like to see some triple stitching along the side, and usually we do with AAA rating, but we've got a double stitch running along the side, and it's pretty basic overall design. A little bit of an accent stitching here. Pat, go ahead and face the back. We'll get a better look at that. You can see the accent stitching on the back. I don't think it's overwhelming. I don't think too many people are going to notice it. I personally don't really love it, but it's not too over the top. Otherwise, pretty straightforward on the pockets, nothing too overly dramatic. Very classic, clean design with these particular jeans. Sometimes we get crazy pockets, or get all kinds of weird stitching, or sometimes they'll have zippers on the side to throw in armor. I'm personally not a big fan of any of that. I want my riding jeans to just look like normal everyday jeans, so I can wear them both on and off of the bike comfortably. Pat, go ahead and face the front for me, sir. Another note I wanted to make for you is that the Covert material's on the inside, right? It's a layer of additional abrasion resistance. There is also a mesh liner on the inside. It's very thin, but it creates a boundary between the jeans and your skin, which is going to help with the overall comfort and just help circulate some of that airflow. One thing I will note though, in the prime heat of the summer, it is something to be cognizant of. If it's 90 degrees outside and the sun's beating down on you and you're going stoplight to stoplight, these are probably going to be a little bit warm for you because of that additional material that they have integrated. We're seeing a lot of jeans nowadays will have this single layer, so that additional abrasion resistance will actually be woven into the denim itself. So that is something to be cognizant of. If you're riding in really hot climates, these might get a little bit warm for you in the prime time of summer. But if you're looking for more details, feel free to click that info button. That's going to take you over to the product page where you can look at this in further detail and look at some of the other options within their line. And of course, if you have any additional questions for us, please don't hesitate to reach out to our customer service team. They're all riders, more than happy to get you pointed in the right direction. Thanks for hanging out with Pat and I and taking a closer look at the Bullet Covert Evo straight jeans. I'm Brandon. Keep it pinned.